It seems like nowadays, all people do is complain about all the trash Spider-Man suits that we get, and, well, to be honest, I'm one of them, but I rarely ever see people mainly just talk about good suits. So today, I want to take a moment to talk about some of my favorite Spider-Man suits. Some of these I would honestly consider perfect. So with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. First, I want to talk about the Beyond suit, because this might actually be one of the most underrated Spider-Man designs ever. I know everybody hates this suit for one reason and one reason only, and that's the fact that the front logo isn't censored. But honestly, I don't mind it at all. This suit also has the symbiote hand patches, which is kinda weird, but it doesn't look bad. This suit has good logos, good colors, and overall just does a lot of things you wouldn't really see from a classic-esque Spider-Man design. I also don't really see that many people talk about this suit, which to be honest is probably because it comes from a story that single-handedly ruined Ben Reilly's character. So yeah, this is a really good suit, and it honestly might be my favorite Ben Reilly suit. Next, I want to talk about the Advanced Suit 2.0. This suit took what worked from the first Advanced suit, like the big logo and the white elements, and removed what didn't, like the ugly orange color. I know people like to complain about the lack of red at the bottom of the suit, but the colors are vibrant and that's all that matters to me. Plus, I never really understood the complaint that there wasn't enough red at the bottom, since there's already red on the soles. Like, would it have looked better with boots? Yeah, probably, but it looks perfectly fine the way it is in my opinion. Anyways, enough complaining about Spider-Man's feet, and let's move on to the iron arms that this suit has. I know a lot of people think that they're unnecessary and don't like them, but I don't think that, and I think that they're pretty cool actually. Normally, I just prefer when they use the iron arms for the Iron Spider suit, but since this is a more advanced suit and it has more gadgets and tech, I think it makes sense for this suit. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned the peak black and pink recolor. I really hope they do something like this for the third game suit. Next, let's move on to Miles for a little bit and talk about his Into the Spider-Verse suit. This suit is genuinely just perfect. This suit is so perfect that I don't really know how to describe it without just saying that it's perfect. I mean, just the way that the suit perfectly balances its colors. The fact that the suit is spray painted to show who Miles is as a character, but the web pattern from the old suit is still visible to show us how he really is the next Spider-Man. This suit is perfect, and I will forever stay mad that they replaced it in the sequel. To be fair, this suit isn't that bad, and I actually still do really like it, but it is nowhere near as good as the original Into the Spider-Verse suit. You know, Miles' suit did get damaged at the end of Across the Spider-Verse, so I wonder if he's gonna get an entirely different suit in Beyond the Spider-Verse. I mean, it would make sense since you gotta sell more merchandise, am I right? This next suit might be a little bit of a controversial choice, but next up I got the Marvel Rival suit. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. An over-designed mess of a costume that isn't a one-to-one replica of the original classic costume is one of your favorites? How could you do something like this? Well, I'll tell you why. The main reason is just, I like the colors. I really like the big black logo. I feel like it's kinda rare nowadays to see a big logo in a Spider-Man suit that isn't a different color. I really like the blue in the gloves, the lenses are nice, and the black logo is really nice to look at. And is way better than the old stinky flat logo that they were using for a little bit. This design really went from one of my least favorite designs to one of my favorites. Look, I know that this costume is objectively really over-designed, but honestly, I don't really mind over-design anymore as long as it's done right, I guess. Plus, over-design is practically already the theme of the costumes in this game, so when you compare Spider-Man to all the other heroes, he doesn't look bad. Like, yeah, I know that Spider-Man is supposed to be weird and not fit in with the other heroes, but it doesn't hurt to have costume synergy every now and then. Anyways, let's move on to the next costume. The Oscorp suit. The Future Foundation suit is such a simple suit, but I think that's what makes it so great. The way the suit uses the hexagon theme while still looking like Spider-Man is really cool. This suit is also very meaningful since when Peter wore this, he became part of the Future Foundation and became the member that replaced Johnny Storm after he said "Flame on" one last time and sacrificed himself for everyone. Don't worry though, cause it actually turned out that he was still alive. All jokes aside, the way Peter got this suit was really heartwarming, and it's one of the reasons why I love this suit so much. This suit has been getting a lot of representation lately, even if it hasn't been the best. This suit was also technically in your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but they called it the Oscorp suit for some reason. I also don't know why they couldn't have just made an original design, but okay. I guess it was easier for them to just get a suit, change a few things, and then call it a day. Speaking of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, the next suit that I'm going to be talking about is the classic suit in that show. I really just don't know what to say. This suit really is just classic Spider-Man. Oh, but the suit has lines. Yeah, but it's not like the Homecoming suit where there's lines all over the blue. There's barely any lines on this suit. Oh, but they replaced the front logo with the back logo. So, if anything, that adds more consistency to the suit. If you don't like this suit, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't like this suit, then that's fine. At the end of the day, it's just your opinion. But I'm convinced that you don't like anything Spider-Man related. Now I want to end off this video talking about our most recent Spider-Man suit, that being the Brand New Day suit. This suit is also basically just classic Spider-Man. This suit has really grown on me a lot. I went from thinking this suit was really good to now just thinking that it's perfect. I'm even starting to like the web shooters now. Is this suit basically just a TASM 2 suit with the MCU logos? Yes. Is this suit basically just a Final Swing suit with some tweaks? Also yes. But I don't care because those two suits are really good and this suit is perfect. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Comment down below what you agreed and disagreed with, or some of your personal favorite Spider-Man suits. Subscribe if you want more content like this that's probably gonna be mainly Spider-Man focused. Because I'm an insane person that sleeps, eats, lives, and breathes Spider-Man!